Hey guys, it's your girl Carrie, and today I thought I'd share with you how I'm setting up our to-go breakfast station this year. So for the past several years I did a to-go breakfast station for my family because during the time when school starts again, everyone's rushing out and going to different places to work and things like that, and we don't have time for a sit-down breakfast. So each year I kind of assess my family's needs, see if something's still working. If it's not, tweak it. And now I'm going to show you how I'm updating our to-go breakfast bar this year. So guys, here is the breakfast station as is. This is the one that I had all year last year, and I just kind of tried to throw it back on here to show you a before. I pulled everything off and then said, hey, wait a minute, I forgot to show it before. So I'm going to talk about what's not working for us this year and how I'm going to, revamp this station. So what's working? Our smoothies are working. I'm going to keep the blender here because I still make smoothies regularly, and so that's still going to be a staple for our morning breakfast. However, I don't really use the protein powder. I don't like adding protein powder to my smoothies. I'd rather add like Greek yogurt. I'm no longer going to be using the protein powder. I'm going to remove that label. And the flaxseed. I never really used the flaxseed up before it spoiled or went bad. So I'm no longer going to waste one of these jars for flaxseed. I definitely am going to be keeping my xylitol. I use that every single day, either for my tea or my smoothies. So instead, I'm going to switch out these jars for craisins and nuts, and I'm just going to use my packaging tape and paper to make these labels. And if you want to know how to make labels like this, I'll leave the link to the video below where I did a Dollar Tree kitchen cabinet makeover, and I share how I made these labels. The bagels and waffles are still a staple in our family, so I'm going to leave this here, and I love to make avocado toast as well. All I'm going to do is clean up this crusty looking toaster. What I must say that I absolutely love is converting all of my appliances over to fingerprintless stainless steel, because it just keeps the appliances looking a lot neater, and it's very low maintenance. So we touch all over this thing all month, all year, and it still looks like it's in pretty decent shape. Love, love, love this toaster. The only thing that I have to worry about are the crumbs on the top that I have to wipe occasionally and wipe down the sides. But as far as looking at it head on, it looks perfectly fine to me. So I love this. And I also have a crock pot in this type of finish where you just touch it and you don't see all the fingerprints. And my makeshift bagel stand, although it was a cute idea, I'm not going to use that any longer. This is not working out for us because, number one, I had to buy specific types of bagels that had the exact hole like that, so that I could fit it on top of the paper towel holder and stand all the bagels up, and that wasn't practical. And then if we didn't eat bagels that week, this was just kind of like a wasted space. So I'm going to do something different with this section over here. So let's get started revamping this to-go breakfast area. So the first step is to clear everything off and wipe it down so you could have a fresh start. So the next step is to add back those items that you plan on keeping on your to-go breakfast station. So I've already had this container here, and I'm going to use this to house my cereal because Reagan, she eats cereal a lot of the time, and it'll be quick and easy for her to access it here. Now, Walmart does have a big, heftier glass jar if you have a larger family and you need more cereal to put in there, and it's a little bit more I guess safe. It's not as fragile because this this rim around here doesn't have like the airtight suction grip like the rubber, so it can you possibly can break it if you're not careful. But everyone in my home is pretty much an adult, so they can use that easily. So I'm going to pour the cereal in here, and I just added a measuring cup inside, and this one is a half a cup measuring cup, and the serving size is 1 cup, so you can just grab 2 scoops out and you are good to go. And this can also serve well for bagels. So when we don't have cereal in here, I can just throw all of the bagels in here. Don't matter the brand, or it doesn't matter the brand or the size. I don't have to worry about the holes because it's just going in here. So I'm going to just push that back in the corner. I'm going to place my almost perfectly clean toaster back in place. I say almost perfectly clean because I didn't do all that extra scrubbing or go upstairs and get a vacuum cleaner to vacuum out the crumbs like in the side all the way down in here, because it's pointless. It's just going to get more crumbs. This is just everyday life. Then I'm going to put the blender back in place. And I know some people don't plug their appliances in, but I just leave everything plugged in, so it's just easy to, you know, access in the morning. I don't have to worry about plugging in things in the morning. So that's our basic setup. Oh, and I just thought it'd be worth mentioning, I did a video on all different types of brushes that you would need to wash various types of different entertaining pieces or serving pieces in your home. And this one here I like because it has a soft terry cloth tip and then the bristle brushes on the side, and it will fit right down in that jar, and you can clean out all of the old syrup and things like that. But I'll leave a link to the video below on all the different brushes that you would need to clean out those oddly shaped entertaining pieces or serving pieces that you might have. So here is the final setup, and it's not much different than the previous years, just a couple of different tweaks. Over here I have the blender, and here for the toaster, my daughter makes Eggo waffles. We can do bagels, and I also happen to love avocado toast, so that's there to stay. And then down here I just changed out the labels. I put nuts in here, and these are my pecans, and then the craisins in here, and I just put a little scoop in there to scoop out the craisins, and then my xylitol. Now, if you recall, last year I did a cabinet makeover, and I kind of had a second hot breakfast station over in that area where I would make my oatmeal and my husband would make his grits, and I had like the nuts and craisins and things in different jars. Well, I decided to move the craisins and the nuts from that area because not only do I use my craisins and nuts for my oatmeal, I also make salads, and 9 times out of 10 I'm going to put craisins and nuts on my salad, and I don't want to have to pull all of those jars down out of the kitchen cabinet to get to the nuts and craisins. So I think this would be the perfect place for them. So if I make my oatmeal, I can just come over here, add the toppings, or if I'm making my salad, I can just easily access the toppings as well. Then over here I have the cereal. In this case we have the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and I just added a half scoop. If I wanted to do bagels, I could just throw a ton of bagels in there once that's finished. Down here I have my syrup for waffles if we do waffles, and these I got from the Dollar Tree. Love these, had these for years. Over here is just apple cider vinegar, and I just do a quick apple cider vinegar drink in the morning for health benefits. Now I want to share the second part of my breakfast station that has been a complete lifesaver for you know, for my family. So you saw where we set up and make all of the food, but I am absolutely loving this little picnic caddy right here. It's all set up, and I have it on our kitchen island sitting in a tray with a couple of other items. And the reason I love this little caddy here is that when you're coming down and getting ready to go to the breakfast station, you can just grab a plate if you need a plate. Say, for example, you're doing waffles that morning. You just grab your plate, bring it over there, grab the waffles out of the freezer, and toss them in the toaster. You can have your plate right on the counter in the front so that you can prep and make your waffles. Here I have these clear plastic cups, and what my daughter, if she's running out the door or something like that, she just, when she wants her cereal, she can just grab one of these cups, toss in a cup of cereal, pour some milk over it, and grab a spoon, and she is good to go. She has cereal on the go. So that's what these plastic cups are for. Now these cups over here are for my husband. 9 times out of 10, my husband loves to make cream of wheat or grits for breakfast on the go. So he can, dump his grits and his cream of wheat in here, and he's good to go. This is the perfect type of cup for those hot breakfast and meals, and then he can just grab a spoon and go. So I just absolutely love this little caddy. I've had it forever, and what made me decide to use it for our breakfast station this year, I used it over the summer when I had a lot of my family members here. I sat this little caddy out on the table. When the kids would come down, when it was time to eat or anything like that, they could just hurry up and just grab everything that they needed to make their plates for breakfast, lunch, or anything like that. And so I just transitioned this little caddy over to our everyday lives to help us out with breakfasts in the morning. Then I have just two little cups down here for putting in my tea or anything like that. A nice little candle. You guys know I love lavender, so right now we have the honey lavender going. And then I have my little tea chest. And what I'm drinking right now is a peach detox tea. And then I have the green ginger tea. So I can just grab, you know, a tea bag and head on over to the stove and, you know, just pour myself a cup of tea. So I love this little tray area. It is very compatible with our breakfast station. Now, I know you guys, some of you are going to leave in the comments, hey Carrie, where did you get that picnic caddy? Now, I've had this for, oh my gosh, at least 12 years. And I got this from my girlfriend. She had one of those parties. It wasn't a Tupperware party, but it was like a princess something where they actually sold, you know, home serving pieces and things like that. And I just love this thing. It's just beautiful with all of the metal details and the, you know, rattan, you know, cavity or body. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I will see if I can find a link to something similar, but you want to buy a caddy that, you know, matches your own home decor or personal style, but I'll see what I can find and leave some links in the description box below. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the ideas and tips that I had to share for our to-go breakfast station, and be sure to check out the previous videos that I've done on my to-go breakfast stations for some more ideas. And until next time, I'm going to keep calm and carry on. Bye guys.